Welcome back, everyone. This is Edwin, the Magic Engineer, and I have some really special news for you guys. But right before I get to the news, I just wanted to announce something. And you might notice that I have something on my face here. I actually just shaved, and I was worried that you guys wouldn't actually recognize me if I actually took this off. So it's still me. Oh, crazy, right? Anyways, so no, I actually seriously no. I actually have some good news. So I'm actually really excited about this. For the first time, as far as I know, has maybe ever happened, Wizards of the Coast, along with Channel Fireball together, the two of them together, they actually have allowed the Collector's Edition and the International Collector's Edition, those really old prints of the Magic cards that are basically like, they look like beta with the square corners and the gold backs. They're actually going to allow those to be part of a Wizards sanctioned tournament. This is going to happen in Las Vegas for the GP that I'm actually going to. Now they call it MagicFest now, whatever that means. And so yeah, the championship, that's actually going to be happening on Friday. And I'm going to be there. I'm going to be playing in that tournament. They're actually going to allow the Collector's Edition and the International Collector's Edition. So I think this is honestly really big news. And I figured that a lot of you guys probably didn't hear about that, because first of all, it just came out. You know, the page just got updated, and I'm going to have a link below for the actual Channel Fireball rules update. Okay, guys, let me show you some of those links. You can see what I'm talking about. So over here on the left side of my screen, you can see the Channel Fireball events, and this is the Grand Prix for Las Vegas. And you can see, you scroll down a bit here, and we go to Friday morning. Where we go, there's Friday Old School Championship. You can see it right there, and it's Friday at 10:30, $50 to enter. And on this page right here, you can see the Channel Fireball events, and right here on the page, you can see, there we go, Collector's Edition and International Collector's Edition, both listed as legal sets for the actual Old School tournament. But there was actually not only just that, they actually changed a couple other things. One of the other things that they said, and this, they actually said this the same as last year, but they're carrying it forward, is they're actually going to allow reprints as well. So like if you have like a Birds of Paradise, for instance, that has a different artwork on it, that is actually going to be legal in this actual tournament. And that follows Wizards of the Coast typical policy. So that's not completely surprising that they actually did that. And here's the note about you can play with reprints also, including foils. So that'll be a little bit different. Proxies cannot be used. They were very explicit about that. I actually am happy about that for the most part. I mean, don't get me wrong. I really love the original artwork, and I like the nostalgia of it, and I like sitting across from people and recognizing all the cards very quickly and easily. So I'm really into that. But if somebody asked me, would I be willing to give that up in order to have more people actually be able to enter the format? I would. I would definitely give that up to have more people enter the format. So I'm actually happy about that. Although, like many of you, I do actually personally prefer the original art, and I like sitting across from the original art. So there is a little bit of loss there. But, you know, for the trade, I think it's honestly worth it. But the Collector's Edition and International Collector's Edition, I think, is just amazing. And I'm really happy about that. Now, I think it's going to have a large impact on the format, because there's so many people out there that for a while have been buying those Collector's Edition and International Collector's Edition cards, either with the hope that they're going to become officially legal, or at least that they were legal in the non-sanctioned events, like the Eternal Central events, and then a lot of the Swedish events that use the Ravenna rules. They were actually allowing those cards. I suspect there will even be an impact on the secondary market. Now, since this is like the first, like, as far as I can tell, official blessing of those cards in a tournament format, maybe since they've ever been made, I could easily see that those are going to start going up in price. I don't personally own a ton of the Collector's Edition or International Collector's Edition. I have no immediate plans on buying any of them, because most of them I have the actual cards of. But for many of you that actually have been buying those cards for a while, this is probably going to come as like great news. And also for many of you who own those, not so much for investment, but just to play with. Now you're actually going to be able to join a Wizards sanctioned tournament and actually get prizes and stuff out of it. So That's just fantastic. I'm so excited about that. And if you look at the math, the numbers of it, there was only like 1,100 alpha rares that were ever printed. There was, I think, 3,300 beta rares, and I've always heard like 15,500 unlimited rares. So for alpha, beta, unlimited, you're looking like somewhere north of like, 18 to 20,000 rares that were ever made of those cards. That is really not a lot. So if you go into a format like old school, where a lot of those older cards can be very dominant, they can really impact your deck design and the power level of your play. It was restricting to only have so many of them actually out there. And so the players have been allowing the collector's edition and the international collector's edition to be legal for a while. But now with like an official Wizards blessing, that adds like another, I think, gosh, what was it? Like almost 15,000 cards that are potential cards to come into the format, in addition to the rares, I mean, from Alpha, Beta, Unlimited. Because I think there was like somewhere around like 5,000 collector's edition. No, 9,000 collector's edition and like 5,000 international collector's edition. I think those are the numbers if I remember. This is off the top of my head. So yeah, it's somewhere around like 14,000 additional Alpha, Beta, Unlimited type rares that are now allowed in. So that opens up the format. I mean, that's nearly doubling the potential pool of cards. And that's just fantastic. I'm very happy about that for the format. And so I'm glad to see those rules. And honestly, if anyone from Channel Fireball is watching this, then man, props to you guys. I love it that you finally relinquished or got Wizards to allow you to relinquish and to actually allow those cards to be in the format. Props to you guys, man. I'm really happy about that. So that's the big news I've got for the actual video. Besides that, just a couple notes. Like I mentioned, I am going to be going to GP Vegas this year, and I'm really excited about it for a couple of reasons. One of them is that last year when I went, I was with the Vintage Magic crew and kind of had an official role. I was helping out Vintage Magic like at their booth. And so I got to like get away from the booth to actually play in the old school tournament. But then the rest of the time, I was mostly working at the booth, like helping to sell cards and, just represent, the business and stuff like that. And so this time I've got nothing that's like tying me down like that. So I'm literally going this year just to play. And so I'm going to do the old school championship with Channel Fireball at the event at MagicFest on Friday. And then on Saturday, I'm going to be traveling to a smaller tournament. Also, the event that's going to happen on Saturday, it's going to be at this place. And this is Darkside Games. And this is the actual link where you can purchase your ticket for $30 to enter this event. And this one is going to be Channel Fireball, Eternal Central type rules, but they also did say Collector's Edition and International Collector's Edition are allowed. This one starts at Darkside Games at 1:00 p.m. on Saturday, so I'll be at that one too. So it'll be one old school event on Friday, then another old school event on Saturday. So yeah, there you guys go. And there's a few of us actually that are going to travel to that local LGS and actually play old school at that one on Saturday. Then as soon as that's done, of course, come right back to the convention and play more games there and meet people there. So I'll be doing that on Saturday, and I'll even be there on Sunday just meeting people, playing games, hanging out. That's honestly the plan for the whole time there. So I am also going to have, should mention these. I got more of the engineer cards, the chief engineer, and I did actually sign them. So if you guys come see me at Vegas this year, and you recognize me from the channel and you mention that, I'd be more than happy to just give you one of these cards if you want it. So just mention it, and yeah, that'd be great. I'd love to give them to you. I'd love to meet you guys. You guys literally are the whole reason I'm going to this tournament, to hang out with friends, to meet new people, to play games. Like, that's it. That's pretty much why I'm doing this, right? So, yeah, that's my news updates. And, oh yeah, one last thing. I don't know if this is going to work out, but last year at this tournament, I actually took second place in the championship, and right behind my good friend Jason Murray, who, congratulations, Jason, and good luck this year to you again. So I'm excited to also go because I'm going to try to see if I can take a run at that first place again. In 2017, I actually got 5th place in the old school championship that they had there. And then last year, I actually got second place at the championship. And so this year, I don't know if that trend continues. Maybe I'll have a shot at the title. We'll have to see. But I'm not going to be able to play Temporal Stasis, though, because they don't allow multiple time vaults. So that's going to be out. But my reason for mentioning all that is Vintage Magic actually recorded that finals match. And Daniel's got that video on a hard drive somewhere. So I want you guys to send Daniel a message. Leave a comment below. Help Daniel find that video. Because I want to get that finals video and I want to edit it and then post it so you guys can see it. And also I want to relive that moment because it was really cool. So that's it. That's my update. I hope you guys are having a great week. And I hope to see as many of you as I can there at MagicFest Vegas in 2019. Thanks, guys. Bye.